What happens when their attorney enters on the case?
So typically once their attorney enters, they will send us a bunch of written questions and requests for documents. We will do the exact same thing to them. The questions to you typically relate to what happened with the accident, questions about your past injuries, especially if they're similar to the injuries that you had in this accident, biographical information, information about what kind of harms and losses you sustained as a result of your injuries in this accident. The questions that we send over to them are more about, have they ever done this before? Have they been involved in wrecks? What information do they have? Do they have any tangible evidence such as photographs, images of the scene? If we're dealing with a product, do they have other products that are similar? If it's a premises injury, have they had other similar accidents similar to the one that you had? We want to know what the other side knows, and they want to know what we know. Now, typically what's going to happen is once the responses are sent over, there's going to be objections. Sometimes they don't want to share information with us and we don't want to share information with them. The reason we do that is we're entitled to do that, but Missouri is an open discovery state, which essentially what that means is you really can't hide the ball, okay? So the stuff that we limit is very limited. We almost always answer everything. They try to hide the ball a little bit more, and so I then have to sometimes drag them to court and make the judge force them to give me that information. Whenever this stage happens, we have 30 days to respond to their questions. They have 30 days to respond to our questions. There is going to be a more detailed meeting with you to go over those responses, whether it's over the phone or in person, but typically authorizations are signed, an affidavit is signed to say that these are your responses. Usually somebody from my office will do the first draft with you over the phone, and then an attorney will review it, and then after that, either you will come into the office to review the final draft and sign the authorizations, or we do that over the phone one more time, and then we mail out the authorizations and the affidavit for you to sign. That is going to then complete the written discovery stage.
Does this process take a long time?
It can. So typically my office tries to get those responses done within that 30-day period. Now, that is not a deadline that is set in stone. A lot of times life happens, or we just can't get the information in time, and so we ask for an extension, but a good practice is to get this done within 30 days, both to keep the case moving, but also to keep the deadlines intact.